Is the call. Zanin, Penn State an opportunity here. Centering pass out in front. Back to Zanin. She scores! Short-handed? No problem, says Kiara Zanin. Play. Here comes Vazlet skating on in. She dekes, dangles, and it's poked aside. What a save by McGuire. Behind the cage. Knightsky collects her own pass. Loose in front. They score! G.G. Pura. Goal number 2 of this season for her. And just like that, Lindenwood leads 2-0. Heising, empty net in front of her. She turns, shoots, and that will ice it. Zone turns the puck over. Here comes Boston College. Newhook, one-on-one with Balthin. Fires a shot. Sprawling for a save is Balthin. Watch Josie Balthin get back to her net. Her counterpart, Julia McGuire, has been excellent tonight. 22 saves on 22 shots. She's had a lot of success against Penn State in the past. 42 saves against the Nittany Lions last season. Her Lindenwood team in the offensive zone looking to add to their scoring prowess tonight. Gangarosa able to clear the zone for Penn State. Now along the near boards at center ice. Penn State looking to move it forward. They can. Zanin has to retreat to Mallory Uline at the fence. Uline skates between a couple of Lindenwood Lions. They wanted a penalty there. None is called. Uline was not too happy with the no call from the officials. Takanaka at center ice. Dumps it in. Bouncing puck. Gangarosa collects. Bananas behind the cage. Penn State looking to move it through. Here's Heising. Stretch pass towards center ice underneath the stick of Rachel Weiss. She'll poke one forward in front of the cage, trying to chase down her own pass. Loose in front. Heising didn't see it. She might have had a good look if she was able to get a stick down on that. Loved out of midair by Garcia. She plays one deep. No icing called. She was in front of the red line. Behind the cage, Connolly tries to get there for Penn State. Dobson joins her on the forecheck. Dobson pins it along the near boards in a battle with Martinez there as well. A couple Penn State players coming through to poke it away. Connolly in there. And then finally Dobson wins that battle, and now she battles now with Sierra Burt. Burt clears it. Garcia couldn't glove it. It'll trickle slowly. Icing is waved off. Balthin has it. Looking for Mitchell. Bit of a hard pass towards her, but luckily Mitchell was able to knock it down and keep it in front of her. Connolly in the neutral zone. She fell down. Sloppy pass back. Mitchell has to get it in front of the benches. Couple bodies collide. Puck just sits there loosely in front of the Lindenwood bench. Finally, Penn State gets to it, and it trickles back to Balthin, who has to throw a glove down on it, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for Lindenwood.
Lindenwood hasn't had too much on the offensive end here in this second period, but an opportunity for them to have an offensive zone draw. Jake, you talked a little bit before that first pickup and play about the offensive prowess of the Lions. Shelley Looney's done a great job here in her 3 years in charge, helping Lindenwood find that offensive identity, and it's been ever so present here throughout conference play so far this season.
Behind the cage, now back towards the point. Walking the blue line is Pioski. She fires a shot. Balthin didn't see it till the last second. Fires her right pad out and is able to make a last-second save. Penn State looks to clear. They do. Here comes Bedier. Bedier, left wing, looking to jump another opportunity for her. Had Goff streaking in the slot, but it was a bit behind her, and she could not do anything with that puck. Knightsky gets it in. Vazlet pokes it aside, takes it forward. Penn State with numbers if they set up correctly. Vazlet fires a shot, deflected off a stick into the glove of McGuire. That'll go down as save number 23 for her tonight. First set of bodies for Penn State on the ice for an offensive zone faceoff.
And Bedier had a lot of options, Jake. Also had Heminger streaking back door. And it's not just that opportunity for Penn State. There's just been that little bit of chemistry that's been lacking all night long on some of these final passes.
Heising, Gangarosa. Bounces it off the boards to Machado. Circles back to Zanin. Zanin, Heising, hands it off. Long pass, Uline fires a shot. Great block by Hickey using her right glove. She's hunched over in pain after grabbing that one out of midair. Play goes on. Heising fires a shot. Ricochets in front, moves behind the cage. Zanin trying to get around Martinez. Now back to Machado. Machado back to Uline with some space. Holding her right hand still is Hickey. You can tell it's in some pain as she tries to get to the bench but has to stay on the ice. She's waving for help, but she stays onto the ice. Gets another block off her skate. Now it's back over to the point Gangarosa. Gangarosa walks the line, back to Zanin. Zanin, Uline, now it's Gangarosa again. Fakes a slap shot, she fires a drive, blocked in front by Machado. It goes over the crossbar. Zanin circles back towards the point. At the Big Ten logo, moves towards her left. Uline, Gangarosa again. Gangarosa winds, fires, blocked out in front. Gangarosa also lost her blade on that shot. Heising passes it behind her to Machado. Machado back to the point, Uline. Uline fires a shot, loose in front. Promisberger deflected, but it misses wide left of the goal this time. Puck and bodies pinned along the far boards as we approach the 6-minute mark of this second period. 3 Penn State players, 2 Lindenwood players in there, and it's finally poked out of the zone all the way down, and we'll see if icing is called. It is, as Avery Mitchell wins the race to the back.
That is absolutely brutal for the Lindenwood Lions. First of all, shift of the night from Madeline Hickey. Almost doubled Lindenwood's block shot total on that shift, using everything she had to keep the Nittany Lions off the board. And that's the kind of buy-in you need to a defensive structure to keep a team that averages over 30 shots per game off the board to this point in the contest. But that icing prevents a change from being gotten off, and the tired bodies stay on for the Lions.
Hickey, 9 blocks on the season coming into tonight. A shot blocking machine. 53 shots over the last 2 seasons, and it looks like a penalty is going to be called. A cross-check on Sena Takanaka. She'll head of the box, and Penn State gets to go on a 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. A very, very crucial opportunity in this game.
And Takanaka shakes her head. Feels like the first mistake that she's made all night, but it opens the door up for this Penn State team. They've been a whole lot closer here in period number 2, a lot more high-quality looks. We'll see if they can find that rhythm again with the power play. There's been a lot of drills this week that Coach Campersall said that helped Penn State right the ship on their power play, working in tight spaces, and that's something that Lindenwood's done a lot of for Penn State on their PK tonight.
Lobdell, Zanin loses it for a second, recorrals. Down low, Heising, she'll cycle, move it back to Lobdell, slap shot! McGuire didn't know where it was for a second, but it was between her legs in the 5-hole. She covers that up. Good start for Penn State. Another good save from McGuire, 11 seconds into the power play.
Lobdell has a powerful shot, let it fly again, similarly to the one she just missed in period number 1. But once again, that net front traffic just a second late arriving for the Nittany Lions.
Penn State 0 for 2 on the power play so far tonight as Takanaka sits in the box. Here's Goff, whiffs on a shot, another chance, whiffs once again, and this one will once again be covered up by McGuire. Great job by Lindenwood, Andre, really clogging those lanes.
Absolutely so. It was a 1-on-3 for Julie Goff. Not too many players going to be able to outmaneuver their way in that scenario. Makes it a lot easier for McGuire when a flub shot is coming through versus the one from point-blank range in the slot.
Second power play unit on for Penn State. Weiss, Dobson, Machado, Heminger, and Gangarosa. Aforementioned Heminger has the puck, skates the line, now moves to Gangarosa. She fires a drive, misses wide of the cage. Puck will cycle and clear out of the zone. Balthy sprints to the near corner, leaves it off for Heminger, trying to outskate Miera Ryan, who is showing excellent defense and letting precious seconds tick off this clock for a penalty kill for Lindenwood that has struggled statistically this year. Looks very good tonight against Penn State. Weiss leaves it off for Heminger. Heminger turns it over. Here comes Casey Adamy into the high slot, poked aside, but Lindenwood will take it as they control the puck and let precious seconds tick off of this power play. Just 55 to go. Machado in the zone, right wing, trying to skate around Adamy. She does. That angle opportunity, had Uline in front, couldn't find her. Now it's Heminger in front, deflected. Machado loose out front of the welcome mat, and no one can pound it home for Penn State. Puck cleared by Lindenwood. Penn State will go for a change once again. Balfton leaves it off. There's Machado still on the ice. Machado up to Bedier. Bedier has to recycle as she couldn't corral the puck and get into the zone. Up to Uline, just swipes it forward into the zone. Penn State looking to win on the forecheck. Vazlet ahead of steam in for the 5'9" forward freshman. Bedier leaves it off for Vazlet. Vazlet behind the cage in a battle with Rachel Goff. Vazlet behind the goal, has space, wraparound chance, nice job with the left pad. Uline a chance, blocked, and it's in front. Cherokee tries to get to the puck in the corner. Back at even strength, Takanaka out of the box. She'll regain the play. No, she'll go back to her bench. Penn State keep it in. Goff has it, looking to clear. Turns it over to Jess Cherokee. Cherokee trying to make a move. Now it's Uline trying to fire a shot. Jess Cherokee, the speedy sophomore, skates to the blue line, turns it over, and the puck trickles out of the zone. Heising back in, offsides called, as Zanin could not get back on the far side.
I'll take you back a couple minutes, Jake. On that power play, a grade A deflection from Melissa Machado, one of Penn State's best chances tonight. And again, McGuire makes the save. A rare rebound occurrence in the blue paint, but Penn State just didn't have bodies back to try to knock it home, and Lindenwood escapes again, continues that defensive resiliency.
Neutral zone draw won by Penn State. Garcia to Mitchell. Dump it in deep. McGuire sticks it aside. Collecting for Lindenwood was McCash. Have not seen much of her so far tonight. Garcia back to the Penn State zone. They turn it over. Wagner had a look, but it was poked aside. Zanin has to skate behind her own goal. Turns it over there to Valerie Caldwell. Caldwell moves behind the cage. Now it's Alyssa Machado for Penn State. There's a lot of sloppy puck play so far in this period. That one's dropped off. Shot on net, off the glove of Josie Balth into the corner. Here comes Zanin. Can Zanin get it out? She does, off a body of a Lindenwood player. Burt brings it in, turns it over. Here's Heising, trying to work 1-on-3, looking to create some space of her own on the left wing. Skating on in, odd angle shot. It was deflected aside towards the end boards. Heising, back to Lobdell. Lobdell is looking for Heminger, but it retreats out of the zone. There's about 120 seconds left to play here in the second. Rachel Weiss moves it behind the cage. They fight for it along the near boards. Dobson trying to retreat and come away with the win in that battle. Dobson and Burt. Dobson comes away with it. Chauvinana behind the cage. Looking to move it over to the far side. They do. Promersberger pinching in deep. Now it's behind the goal. Dobson looking loose out in front. Nobody home to finish it. Great stretch by Heminger to keep it in. Did not go over that blue line into the neutral zone. 1:45 to go. Heminger back to Lobdell, has space. Lobdell moves it down low. Cycles, now back to Dobson. Dobson at the dasher, skating on in, loose in front. Lobdell fires a soft shot. It's just sitting in front of the crease, and Lindenwood is able to collect. Great job by Brooke Paaski to move it out there. Penn State still showing pressure in the offensive end. Brooke Paaski behind the goal. She'll play it off the far boards, and it will clear out of the zone. Izzy Heminger plays it deep, and it will go right to McGuire. She'll have to cover it up. But Penn State does get an offensive zone draw. Some shots for Penn State, but nothing really too high quality of the essence.
Penn State's shot volume up there at 30 now, but in the latter stages of this period, Lindenwood's done a good job. Once again, Jake, you mentioned it earlier, taking away the shooting lanes and those golden opportunities.
Lindenwood wins the draw, back to Martinez. 1 minute left to go here in the second frame. Neither team has scored a goal in the last 19 minutes. See if that changes in the final minute of this second period. Penn State desperately needing to find their way onto the score sheet. Julie Goff near side at the circle. She looks to fire a shot. Martinez, a great job just blocking it off of her stick. Excellent shot blocking tonight by this Lindenwood team. Badir trying to move behind the cage, loose in front. Zanin turns, misses it wide of the goal. And that one's cleared back. Penn State retreats. Uline has it. Over to Gangarosa, her defense mate. Zanin up to Heising. Heising right wing. Penn State space. Heising skates in. Centering pass. Oh, what a save! It stays out of the goal. McGuire does it again. Puck cleared in. Trying to win a race to the puck. And doing so is Knightsky. She fires one stick to side. Tipped and into the safety netting, and wow, what a sequence right there. McGuire with the save, Knightsky with the hustle. This Lindenwood team putting it all out there right now.
Penn State, as good as the chances they've had in this second period, hard to believe they still don't have a goal up on the board, but McGuire, great job at smothering the puck in down low, doesn't allow Penn State to elevate it over top.
4.9 seconds to go here in the second frame. Penn State wins the draw, back to Uline. She'll hold it in the corner, let the clock tick off, and that will do it for period number 2. So Andre, once again, lots of chances for Penn State. 13 shots overall. Still scoreless on the scoreboard.
Only 13 for the Lindenwood Lions, but they've made them count. They've been clinical with their opportunities. And when you get that multi-goal lead, Jake, it allows it to be that much more comfortable to play to your defensive strength. And Penn State's gotten around that defense at times, particularly in that second period. They've just been really hard back of the net. And McGuire with the game of her life so far. And Lindenwood 20 minutes away from a huge win for the trajectory of their season.
No goals in the period, couple penalties. Rachel Weiss at 2:26 took a 2-minute minor for slashing, and Senna Takanaka at 14:13 for cross-checking for Lindenwood. Penn State, a big edge in the shots category, 31-13. Nittany Lions yet to be outshot this season, but the difference tonight has been Julia McGuire, 31 saves. Penn State 0 for 3 on the power play. Lindenwood 0 for 2. Penn State the edge in faceoffs, 23-16. Lindenwood the edge in blocks, 10-4. Penn State this year is 0-4-1 when trailing after 2 periods. We'll see if they can find a way to change those fortunes in the third. Don't go anywhere. Penn State and Lindenwood on BTN Plus. We'll be right back.